Hello, I'm Nancy Perlman. On this edition of ECONEWS, we travel to the Gulf of Finland to visit Estonia. This Baltic country with lots of marshes, bogs, and wetlands, old castles and forts, and other historic structures, also has a rich cultural tradition. Estonians also love their traditional songs and dances, as we will see in their national festivals. There are 1.3 million people living within 17,600 square miles. I joined the members of the Gypsy Folk Ensemble from California as we unloaded our hostel. Our Estonian folk dance friends greet us and orient us to our tour the next day. We head out to some of the 15 counties to meet the local people and see some of the historical, cultural, and natural attractions. While there is an excellent public transportation system in the capital of Tallinn, we have our own van to get to remote areas. We learned that these Finnic people re-established a democratic parliamentary republic in 1991 after being ruled for centuries by Denmark, Germany, Sweden, Poland, Russia, and even their own Livonian Confederation. Our first stop is the beautiful Viru Raba wetland located in the Lahemaa National Park, created in 1971. Over a third of Estonia is wetlands, and this Viru bog is representative of these marshy areas. This was the first park to be established in the Baltic states and is the largest in Estonia. Its name literally means land of bays, and the park is located in northern Estonia on the Gulf of Finland. Viru Raba is a special bog ecosystem. Bog moss can be 10 to 13 feet thick in some places. With boardwalks to allow tourist access, visitors can see an incredible variety of plant and animal life. Here on the North Estonian coast are 4 large peninsulas separated by 4 bays. Teeming with wildlife, this area has some of the 70% of forests that cover the park. We didn't get to see wild wolves, bears, or lynx, but certainly appreciated the lovely flowers and aquatic creatures. There are over 1,400 lakes in Estonia, 7,000 rivers and streams, but most are less than 60 miles in length. The area has a moderate climate, but relatively damp, cool, and windy. Winter days are short, only 6 hours, but summer days can be up to 18 hours. Here at the park, they have even created a viewing tower to allow visitors the chance to get a bird's eye overview. Next, we check the map to see our next destination in the park. This time, we see stork nests atop homes of nobility. We're at the Lahemaa National Park, where there are many historic structures, including the one behind me, the Palmse Manor. At this site, costume guides explain about living on the estate, which is where the noble family von der Potten lived.
So we have here our house wines from France, but also we have Estonian wines, but we have only berry wines. Then we have all the red berries, blackcurrant wine, and the cranberry wine. We don't have grapes.
For their time period, they had a luxurious lifestyle. We travel on a road to a toll road to get to the city of Narva and to see Narva Castle or Narva Linnus. Estonia has more than 34,000 miles of road and 600 miles of railways. The country is 215 miles from east to west and just 150 miles from north to south.
The city of Narva in Estonia is here on the Russian border. During World War II, the old town was destroyed, but they have restored part of the tower of the fortress, and we're going to climb to the top and see some of the museum exhibits.
Stands on the Russian side of the Narva River, overlooking the town of Narva, which was founded by the Danes in 1223. The town fell to the Livonian Knights in 1346. Two fortresses stand on the banks of the Narva. Fort Ivangorod was built by Ivan III of Russia. On the opposite bank, we're enjoying ourselves at the 15th century Hermann Fortress, built by the German Livonian Knights with its 164-foot tower. In other parts of the area, we visit the manicured gardens to enjoy the landscape and beautiful sculptures and fountains. Along the road, we even get a glimpse at some wild deer. Our next stop is the Ontika Landscape Reserve, which has a stunning waterfall. On the staircase is a leftover Russian tradition where lovers chain locks along the railings. Before getting back on the van, we have some snacks with tea and coffee.
Poppy seed, roll, and yummy coffee.
From the bus?
My nose is a mile away.
You're interested in healthy food? It's the seeds in it.
No tegelikult tukksuhkur on juba siin ära sulanud. Bulletški,
Bulletški.
smakam.
Спасибо.
The capital city of Estonia is Tallinn. Here in the old town, there are many beautiful historic buildings that have been restored.
In the oldest part of the city, one must walk or take trolleys because cars are not allowed. Tallinn comes from Estonian Tani linn, which means Danish castle. The first written references to Tallinn date from 1154, and many medieval churches, government buildings, and homes can still be seen in the city. Tallinn is the country's largest city with around 500,000 inhabitants. To see Estonians in medieval costumes hawking their wares. We, in turn, wear our own t-shirt made especially for the trip.
The Open Air Museum has over 72 historic buildings, which have been brought from all parts of Estonia to represent peasant life from the 1700s to the mid-1900s.
leaving town, we head for Tartu, the oldest town in the Baltic, founded in 1030. But first we stop at the Gypsy Folk restaurant with a windmill theme.
Everybody, we're in Hollywood.
Tartu is the second largest city in Estonia with 105,000 inhabitants. There are many museums and historic sites. The first theater to open in Estonia is here, as well as Tartu University. Established in 1632 by Gustav Adolf II of Sweden, Tartu University is one of the oldest universities in Northern Europe. There are lots of statues of famous people, even Oscar Wilde and Edward Wilde.
The second largest city in Estonia is Tartu. I'm here on Tome Hill, which in 1224 was a major stronghold that was destroyed. In the 19th century, it became part of the university.
While there are many more places to visit, we must leave the city to continue our journey. As we drive through, we look forward to our next destination. At a fish hatchery, we see fresh salmon that will be caught for our lunch. We enjoy walking around the ponds and feeding the fish while our food is cooking. As always, delicious food is on the menu.
Yeah, copy nice. It's very local.
Taevaskoja is a nature reserve in the middle of Estonia. In pre-Christian times, the plants, animals, and sandstone formations in this area were considered sacred.
Nature abounds in Estonia. At Kiidjarve Natural Reserve, we are fascinated to find unique large anthills. wrap up our visit, we prepared to get into traditional costume, to dance with our new friends and 8,000 others at a UNESCO-recognized song and dance festival called Laulu Ya Dansu Pidu.
I look forward to returning to Estonia to visit more historic places and natural ecosystems. And I definitely want to participate in more traditional song and dance programs. On behalf of ECONEWS and our nonprofit organization, Educational Communications, I'm Nancy Perlman, wishing you a natural, unspoiled environment.